Welcome to Property Guide, powered by Property Now. This week, we're focusing on the smart cities. Now, the Prime Minister's very ambitious 48,000 crore rupees smart city shortlist was announced. There were a lot of cities on it. There were 98 altogether. But we're focusing this week on the one city that was not on the list. The city of Bengaluru was not on the shortlist for smart cities. What does this mean for you as a citizen of Bengaluru? What does it mean for your quality of life going forward, for the city's ability to attract business and investment? And finally, as a result, what does it mean for the property prices in the city of Bengaluru? To answer those tough questions, Dinesh Gundu Rao is the Minister of Food and Civil Supplies and the Karnataka spokesperson for the Congress government in the state. Mohandas Pai is the chairman at Manipal Global Education. He's also the vice president at a citizens group. And Oma Huja is the CEO of residential property at Brigade Group. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Dinesh Gundu Rao, I'm going to come straight to you first with the obvious question. How can Bengaluru, the tech capital of this country, home to all of the startups, home to the IT industry, home to so many citizen groups, how can Bengaluru not be on the list for smart cities? What's going on?
No, the reason for for not making it into the list is based on the criteria which Government of India had evolved. So I think on two criteria, one was the revenue generation within the corporation. There should not have been a negative growth. So our corporation had shown a negative growth in 1 year. So that we got 0 marks. And the other one was on the JNNURM schemes, where some schemes were not yet been completed. So there we got less marks. The smart city funding pattern is such that the contribution which it makes to Bangalore over a period of 5 years is 500 crores, 100 crores per year from Government of India, which will, whereas Bangalore requires, I think in the next 5 years at least, the rough estimate is about 1 lakh crores to really make it a smart city. So I think losing out on that, yes, okay, we didn't make it for few of the criteria, but Bangalore is working upon itself. The government is working to see that we evolve standards,
Dinesh,
smart city standards
Dinesh
for our
Gundu
own city.
Tell me if you're saying that, you know, it's not such a big deal if we lost out on the smart city funding. Tell me where this 1 lakh crore rupees is going to come from. What plans does the government have to raise that kind of money? As a citizen, if I look around the city of Bangalore, I'm not happy with what I'm seeing. So where are the plans right now?
See, we have got various plans going on already in terms of improving our solid waste management, in our transportation. We have got the metro project which is going on and still work is under progress. We've got second phase, third phase lined up. And then we are working with different companies. Some private companies also have come forward. People like companies like Cisco and HP, which are also looking in contributing to the smart city projects.
But that's what the smart city project is about. If we look at the details of the smart city project, it's about enabling the private sector and the government and citizen groups to work together. And we somehow seem to have missed out on the basic criteria of of qualifying. If you look at the list, 100 cities have made it and we haven't. I'm going to bring in Mohandas Pai here. Mr. Pai, come in here. If we're saying, if Mr. Gundu Rao is saying right now that the Bangalore is okay if we miss the smart city project because the government has plans of its own, are you satisfied with that sort of an explanation as a citizen, as someone who's involved with the city?
No, I'm not satisfied at all. I'm not very sure whether the government has applied. I would like Minister Gundu Rao to tell us whether the government applied at all, because that's what the newspapers say. And I think it's a big shame that Bangalore has not got in if government of Karnataka has applied. Because one, Bangalore has the best chance of being a smart city, and any money from the government of India is welcome. It is not about 1 lakh crores or 2 lakh crores.
Let's answer that question first, one question at a time. Mr. Gundu Rao, did the government of Karnataka send out an application? Did the government of Karnataka nominate Bangalore as a smart city at all?
Bangalore was part of it. We lost out on two criteria which I told you earlier. One was corporation
I want to read out.
1 year had a negative growth, so we got 0 marks for that.
No, this is a big shame. I think the minister is obfuscating the issue. They could have sent the application. Let the government of India decide. I don't think other cities in this country, 98 cities, have not seen a decline in revenues, are not seen, JURM. Not many cities have approved or worked with JURM. You didn't even send the application. That's what newspapers say.
No, but Mr. Pai,
it's okay. Hang on. Give me a second. This is a response from the Urban Development Minister in the Times of India. He said, it is the states who have sent the names of cities included in the project. The name of Bangalore was not proposed by the respective state. This is the response from the Urban Development Minister.
Why didn't you send the application?
See, the smart city mission is where the government of India contributes 100 crore rupees per year for the next 5 years, 500 crores. So for Bangalore to even consider it as for the entire city is, the whole project doesn't make any sense for us in that sense.
No, that is not right. The brand makes a difference, Minister. The brand makes a difference.
Itself is contributing
please,
more than 2,500 crores.
Our brand has been damaged
We are
because you did
contributing
not
more
send
than
the
2,500
application,
crores
please.
per year. Government of Karnataka itself is doing. So this is not really going to help
totally
us
wrong.
in any way. And we are evolving.
Gentlemen, as a citizen of the city, and I have spoken to several citizens of the city of Bangalore, regular people who work in the IT sector, who work in the startup sector, who are plagued right now because traffic is awful going in and out of Whitefield, going in and out of Sarjapur Road, going in and out of Electronic City. There's garbage on the streets. The roads are terrible. There's no water supply. There's no electricity supply. And if you're going to turn around at this point and say that, you know what, we don't need the smart city project because it's not really good enough for us. I don't think that's fair to your citizens, Mr. Gundurao.
I'm not saying we don't need. In fact, Bangalore has been rated the #1 among all state capitals in terms of Swachh Bharat. We are the #1 in terms of all state capitals in the country today. Mysore is the #1 throughout the country. And this is what we have been able to achieve. And the traffic management.
I'm opening up the forum to the
cannot
citizens.
be just solved just because we are part of the smart city mission. It's a big process which requires huge funding,
but it's a big
and which
process.
we are committed to, which
it's
we are
doing.
doing.
It's a big process, Mr. Gundurao, that 98 other cities much smaller than Bangalore,
no better
much
than Bangalore,
have managed to do. 98 other cities have managed to do. Where is the excuse for a city like Bangalore? I'm going to bring in the other two guests.
I've given you the reasons why we have lost out, because of the internal revenue acquisition
you did not send in
of
the
the
application,
BBMP,
Minister.
which was negative, and also on the JNRM schemes where we were down. Those are the two main reasons why Bangalore couldn't qualify. Bangalore and Mysore both couldn't qualify because of those two reasons.
Right. I want to know now, what response do you have for the citizens of Bangalore? And all of the people on the panel are citizens of the city right now. I'll bring in Mike Holland. He's the CEO of Embassy Office Parks, one of the largest suppliers of commercial space in the city. Mike, if you can hear me, come in at this point. For someone who does business in the city of Bangalore, losing out on that smart city tag, losing out on, in the first round, not even making it past the first round, how will this impact the quality of life for the people who live there? How will this impact the ability of the city to attract business?
So I think as a starting point, Bangalore already was and is a smart city. I think it attracts people, both Indian and international, some of the best people, smartest people from all over the world. And that will continue. There's clearly significant room for improvement in terms of infrastructure. What we're seeing is more engagement from the state government. We want that engagement.
All right. Tell me this, Mike. Tell me this, and be honest at this point. When you go in to get your permissions, when you go in to get water supply, to get electricity supply, to get all of the permissions that you need to build commercial space in Bangalore, what is your experience in terms of ease of doing business with the state government and with the local government?
So we have office parks in a number of cities across India. And India, it's known across the country, approvals in the built environment are difficult, power supplies are difficult. Bangalore is no different to many other cities in that regard, and there's significant room for improvement. We continue to endeavour to work positively with the authorities to overcome those problems.
All right, Om Ahuja, come in. Give me a more direct answer on the ease of doing business in Bangalore. What challenges are you facing on the ground when you create housing for people in Bangalore?
Well, I would say it's very important to have single window clearance. It's very important to have one-stop shop in terms of having all the approvals in place. It's not that I'm saying that Bangalore is a difficult city to do business. It is as equal as Mike says. Every city of India has a similar challenge. But what bothers us is basically IT capital of India not being part of smart city list. Yes, if that can be worked on, if we can basically get this out 98, 99, make Bangalore as a smart city, it really helps getting those funds to the city, which the city really needs today.
All right, I want to bring Mr. Gundurao back again. You've heard the citizens talk. There's plenty of improvement in the ease of doing business. There's plenty of room for improvement on all areas of what we want to make Bangalore better. I'm looking at what the brief is for smart cities. Developing open parks, better transportation, citizen-friendly government, giving an identity to the city, smart solutions through technology and infrastructure, housing. I want all of these things in Bangalore. I want all of these things to come up. Give us a response to the citizens right now. Can you make Bangalore city number 99? Can it still be included in the list?
I think Bangalore is definitely a smart city, and we are working at making it the smartest city in India. There are so many, Bangalore is the knowledge capital of the country, so definitely we should become the smartest city. There are many solutions which are being put in place, and waste management is something which we are looking at. I think Bangalore should become one of the best waste managed city in the country. The programs that we are chalking out, within a year's time, I think Bangalore should become one of the best waste managed city in the country.
Hang on.
That's what we are looking at.
In 1 year.
Today, yeah, in 1 year.
We are now in the beginning of September. By September 2016, you're telling me Bangalore will have the best waste management. Okay.
In terms of processing of waste, in terms of collection of waste, we are, already things are being put in place, and some have already started also. And even regarding the policing and law and order, we've got this crime tracking system software in place. Our entire police stations are, networked. So definitely, we will. I think you can definitely see that Bangalore will be one of the most livable cities in India.
I'm going to hold you.
I think compared to many cities, we are still doing very well.
Dinesh Gundurao, I'm going to hold you to the deadline of 2016 September for waste management in the city of Bangalore, and we will track that and bring that up on this channel. But I also want to understand from you, in terms of easing traffic in and out of our IT hubs, what is the plan that the government has right now? And give me deadlines. If you say that we're going to do this, we're going to ease it out, we're going to make sure that things are better, give me deadlines of what you're talking about.
See, the one problem which we are facing is to entering Whitefield, where that I think solution is still, we're trying to work out a solution for that particular problem. But the other issues like, having signal-free corridors, that work has already begun.
But it sounds to me,
there is huge pressure on us.
It sounds to me that you still don't have a solution. You still don't have a solution for Whitefield.
We have solutions, like I said, signal-free corridors, entering into linking Hosur Road to the electronic city to Whitefield, and from Whitefield to Hebbal, and from Mysore Road towards Banargata Road. We've got signal-free corridors which are being implemented and which we've already got sanctioned and tendered. So we are putting those in place.
All right. Mohandas Bhai, come in here. Are you satisfied with these sort of plans? Is this enough to make Bangalore the smartest city in the country?
I know all the plans. I know what is happening on the ground, and I'm working on the ground with many people. And if Minister Gundurao thinks rhetoric in this TV show is action, things are going to happen, is sadly mistaken. Let me tell you the problem about Whitefield. In Whitefield, every day, 100,000 to 150,000 cars go on one single road. And the road is choked. I think, we are living in a fool's paradise where people make promises, but there is no action to get those promises done. So I am very skeptical, because I've been working with government for the last 5 years. We know what is happening on the ground. We know the anger on the ground. And I think Minister is very hopeful, but rhetoric is not action.
All right, rhetoric is not action. We're going to have to take a very quick break. When we come back, we'll find out what response the government of Karnataka has for the citizens of Bangalore. How will they improve your quality of life? That's on the other side. If you want to get in touch, please send out a tweet to #Bangalore_NotSmart. That's on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're watching Property Guide, powered by Property Now. We're talking about Bangalore being left out of the smart city list. On the panel with me, Dinesh Gundurao, spokesperson for the state government in Karnataka, Mohandas Bhai, Mike Holland and Om Ahuja representing the real estate industry. Om, I know you will keep telling us that there are a lot of people moving into Bangalore, which is why the real estate industry will continue to do well. It has done well so far. But in terms of support from the government, in terms of how this will impact quality of life over the next 5 years, we've heard Mr. Pai tell us what he thinks. How important is it right now for the state government to try and catch up at least with the rest of the smart cities?
Well, I would say it's very important for us at this point of time to get Bangalore as part of smart city list. But I would like to share some facts about what Mr. Pai says. Bangalore is far ahead in terms of waste collection, waste management, footpaths, many other critical aspects which government has initiated in Bangalore city when you compare it to cities like Pune and Gurgaon. Of course, not saying that Bangalore is at the best, but yes, we are far ahead in terms of rollout of initiatives.
All right, Mr. Gundurao, you did not answer my question the last time I asked you. Is it possible to still get Bangalore on that list, or has that train left the station? Is it no longer possible at all for Bangalore to qualify for this project?
I do not know about whether we can re-qualify for that smart city mission tag. That has to be really be checked up. But I think Bangalore doesn't have to worry that we have not been part of the smart city mission. We've got like, many other cities in Karnataka which has got that, Hubli, Dharwad, Tumkur, all those cities, which those funds will help. So I do not know per se whether there's an opening for it or not. That Government of India has to decide.
Well, that's really a pity, and I'm, as a citizen, not at all happy with that response.
Absolutely.
Mr. Pai, are you happy with that response?
No, it shows the negligence of Bengaluru. They don't even send the application to the Government of India. What do you talk about a government's care for Bangalore?
I think Mr. Mohan Das...
Let the government decide. Let the Government of India decide. Here we have a state government which denies the citizens of Bangalore even an application to go to the central government on very frivolous grounds. I think it's totally frivolous, it's unworthy of the government to say this, and they betrayed the citizens of Bangalore. Let's be very clear. We should not mince words when we talk about this.
No, but let me just give a retort for this.
Yes.
Mr. Mohan Das, because Mr. Mohan Das Pai is talking, in a very like a school student, I think. Why the government of Karnataka is not such a institution which does not know what it's doing. When we can get smart city tag for Hubli Dharwad, for Tumkur, and for Mangalore, for so many other cities, why will we not want it for Bangalore? So, to say that...
why didn't you send the application?
Why didn't we do it?
You are in Bangalore, you're the Minister for Bangalore, please send the application. You don't
I think, you're blowing it out of proportion.
Okay.
We will do whatever is necessary to make Bangalore a smart city.
So you're promising that you will do whatever is necessary.
We will do much more than what Government of India is planning to do, and we will be far ahead of them all.
Okay. Mr. Gundurao, as a citizen of Bangalore, I've seen no evidence to believe that so far, but I'm going to take your word for it. What I will do, though, is I will ask each of our panelists right now to give us a to-do list for the government of Karnataka for things that need to be done right away to make Bangalore a smart city. Let's be productive on this panel. Mike Holland, I'll come to you first. Give me a checklist of 3 things that you want the state government and the local government to look at immediately to make Bangalore a better city.
So I think it's the obvious candidates, things like roads, power, waste, but I think the lesson from this experience, and looking forward and trying to be positive about it, is to encourage more participation between government and large, well-meaning private sector companies, whether those be occupiers of our business parks, the big technology companies, or whether it be large commercial developers like Embassy Group. We need to work together constructively, and if there's one lesson that comes out of this smart cities selection process, it's that we should do that, and we should have another go even doing our own private sector smart city initiative.
Mr. Gundurao, power is a massive problem in the city of Bangalore. What are you doing to ease out the power issues?
No, it's not. It's a problem. It's not a massive problem, and it's what we've been facing in the last few months, especially because of bad rains, and our reservoir levels are down, production is down. So we are buying power, and Bangalore always has got the maximum power in terms of, if you compare it to other parts of Karnataka, Bangalore gets the maximum power. So we will ensure that power is given to Bangalore. Steps are being taken a little bit more aggressively now, and you'll be seeing a lot more work in terms of coming out with the new startup policy, having free Wi-Fi hotspots throughout the city. We are planning to get that going.
Never mind free Wi-Fi spots, Mr. Gundurao. I would like free water in the city of Bangalore. There isn't enough water being supplied to all of the homes. Remember, the government smart city project is 100% water supply to every home.
Supported by some people in politics. There's a tanker mafia. Minister knows about it.
See, water, the solution is, one is, we have now about, I think 16 or 14 sewage treatment plants. We are going to increase it to 40. That's what we have promised. And the other thing is, the rainwater harvesting is a challenge where we need to get citizens involved. And then we're going to get the 5th stage Kaveri water into Bangalore. So that's going to add a huge amount of water into the city. And for the long-term solution for the next 30-40 years, we have planned the Mekedad project, which will be a construction of dam on the Kaveri River, which will help us in using excess rainfall water for Bangalore and surrounding areas.
Those plans are very good, Mr. Gundurao. Give me a timeline, give me some deadlines on these plans. By when will we actually see them actioned?
See, the 5th stage, I think, should start by next year. So that will take a year's time to complete. The Mekedad project will take, we have to get, that will take another couple of years. And STP plants throughout the city, I think in a phased manner, I think in the next 3 to 5 years, we need to have at least 40 STP plants working in the city.
All right, it's not for another 5 years.
3 to 5 years, it will be up and running.
3 to 5 years, it'll be up and running. That's another deadline I'm going to hold you by. Om Ahuja, give me your checklist of things that you want the state government.
No, I have not given my checklist, please. You don't ask me my checklist.
Yes, Mr. Pai, give us your checklist.
The first thing I want is Bangalore city to be cleaned up, debris removed from the footpaths being repaired. It doesn't cost money. We've been asking the government for 3 years. Please clean up the footpath, remove the debris. They've not been doing it. Second thing we want is the potholes in all areas to be fixed, and potholes are still there. The roads are very bad. Third thing is there are some known spots for traffic. The Whitefield Junction is a problem. The outer ring road is a problem, and the road to Tumkur is a problem, and the road to Mysore is a problem. And please solve these problems in the next 30 days, 60 days. It can be solved. To get a power connection, people ask for bribes. Please give us power connection without bribes. So much the government can do. These are some of the things that are needed immediately, which can be easily done.
Mr. Gundurao, can this be easily done? Will you give us a confirmation on how soon it will take you to clear up footpaths, to ease out potholes and traffic?
Clean the city.
Clean the city.
See, the problem is potholes can be filled up, then potholes are recreated. One is because of the quality of work, which is a problem that we face. It's not up to the mark. The other thing is debris. Debris is cleaned up, then again our own people come and throw debris in the middle of the night. This is an ongoing process. That should be done all the time.
That's not a good enough answer, Mr. Gundurao. That's not a good enough answer. As a citizen, that's not a good enough answer.
I'm telling you what the reality is. I can't give you an answer which will be beyond reality.
How can you tell me that the quality of work is not good enough? It's your work. How can you apologize for the quality of your own work?
Your government is in charge.
I'm just saying, I'm putting in front of you what the reality is. There are various issues which have to be tackled administratively on a daily basis. So the corporation's work has to really be improved and picked up, and they have to deliver on their work. And that's why we have to tighten the screws on the city corporation. So I assure you that we will try to do our best in all these things and see that the small things get done in a quick enough time span.
That just does not seem like a convincing question. Mr. Pai, that was your list. Are you convinced?
No, I got hope in Minister Gundurao because I respect him a lot. He's a young minister, he's an idealist, he's hardworking, he's very honest. I have hopes on him. But the system is broken. Having a one-time cleanup of the city is not difficult. It's a one-time cleanup. Let's not blame citizens. The debris have not been cleared for years. So I think, it's a mindset, management issue. Somebody has to push it. And the only person who can push it is the CM, because we have a very disempowered mayor and a very corrupt Bangalore City Corporation which is being sold right now. So I think we need the CM to act. We need Mr. Gundurao to act.
Mr. Gundurao, can you get the CM to act? This is what the citizens want from you.
No, I do take Mr. Pai's opinions very seriously, and I agree with him. Yes, these are the issues. So this is a lot of work has to be done, and we will try to push to the best possible extent. And I will definitely try and see that there is some improvement in all these things.
All right. That is excellent news. But I have left out Om Ahuja. Om, you build homes for people in Bangalore through the company that you work for. Tell us what your checklist is in order to make housing more accessible for people in Bangalore.
Well, I would say that Bangalore is far better livable city when we compare it to other cities. Again, we seem to be painting a picture that Bangalore is absolutely non-livable city. That's not the case. But yes, there is a list of demands which I would say if we can address them, Bangalore will be far better when it's currently affordable. When you compare it to Bombay, Delhi, can be far better. We need to see 24/7 power. We need to see water. Third important thing is pipe gas. We currently don't have any roadmap for a pipe gas to each home. And the last important thing is public transport. If we make the public transport much more efficient, people will stop taking their cars out. And that will reduce the traffic on the roads, which is the case in Bombay and Delhi.
All right. Mr. Gundurao, that list seems to be repeating itself. Top of mind is still power, water and roads. And of course, keeping the city clean. I
agree with him.
Yeah. Do we have your confirmation that the state government will look into these issues, at least in Bangalore, and try and improve them because that's what the citizens want?
Yeah, definitely. We have to improve them because that's what citizens want, like you said. And these are the issues which are very basic: power, water supply, proper traffic, better roads, cleaner city. So these are things which we really need to do and improve upon what we have.
All right, so let's do this. It's true, Bangalore is a beautiful city. The people of Bangalore have always been the most proud of their city, and which is why they try to protect it as far as possible. I will give this panel 3 weeks. Mr. Gundurao, I'm giving you 3 weeks. We will reconvene on this panel after 3 weeks for an update on how we're moving on all of these things. If you want more time, tell me now.
3 weeks is too short a time. You need to give more time.
Yeah, I have to give you more time. All right.
Yeah, we must ask our Chief Minister to make Mr. Gundu Rao the Minister for Bangalore that he promised us.
All right. Okay. All right. So let's reconvene in 6 weeks then. And for those who are watching, who are citizens of the city of Bangalore, write to us. There's an email ID at the bottom of your screen. Tweet out a question if you have. In the next 6 weeks, make a list of things that you want from your government, and we will bring in Mr. Gundu Rao and the government of Karnataka in 6 weeks' time for an update on everything that was talked about on this show. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on Property Guide on ET Now. Thank you so much for watching.